Oh, they were excited to work, but they didn't. We didn't have to worry about anybody coming in. I don't know whether it was because we didn't train them to be watchdogs or that was just, but they were all, uh, they were not, only time they got excited was when they wanted to work, and they wanted to work. They weren't really happy unless they were with the stop. And I know a lot of times that we'd take them out. Dad and I'd take them out with us to the big pasture, and they were just happy as larks. And we were looking for hogs. Well, they'd let us know whenever they'd found the hogs, and this pen was right in the middle of the pasture, and so we'd go out and at the pasture that was by the house was about 80 acres. Well, we had 20 acres and then about 80 acres, and then this 1,000 acres that we had out there. And so we'd go out and we had a tank, not just real close to the pens, and so we'd always go because the dogs could get water and the horses could have their water and whatnot, and we didn't know how far we was going to have to go. So we'd kind of start from that direction, and so we'd just turn the dogs loose, and then of course we'd know about where the hogs would be that we was looking for that day. But I can still see that one time. I don't know why I remember it so well about us following those hogs right on in. They didn't drive them; they let them in. Back then we had screw worms. So what Daddy always did, and a lot of his brothers did, they cut the tusk, the tip of the tusk, so that whenever they nipped the hog, they wouldn't rip it, and you wouldn't get worms then that way. Because if they left the tusk and sharp like they are, they could tear the hog when they ran back to nip it.
Right, and so they were mouthy then, and they would run up and really move on.
Yeah, they move up, go up and bite the hog, and then that's what got the hog to chasing them. Then the dog would run toward the pen, and as long as those hogs were running, those dogs were keeping on because they knew where to go. All we had to do was show them the pen, and then they'd go out. Would go out. And but I know that Dad did nip those tusks because of the screw worms, and because they'd cut the hide on the hogs a lot of times.